Hello everyone. Today I'm going to discuss one of the real scenario project which is related to the invoice processing. Into this invoice processing, what we have to do, we have to read the data from the PDF, we have to extract the certain fields, and whatever the fields are extracted, we have to apply some rules on that for the validations. And after that, we have to generate the final report. Imagine you are in a finance team. On daily basis, you are getting the 200 to 300 invoices in your mailbox. Some invoices are clean, some invoices are overdue. In the some invoices, some informations are missing, which are a critical informations. So manually, how you will do this? So you will open each one manually, reading it and deciding, should I approve this or should I flag it? So how repetitive and time consuming task this is, right? So today I'm going to show you a small AI agent that does this entire job on its own. And here is one interesting part. There is no chat GPT or paid API is involved. I have not used any kind of a API model. I have not used any kind of a LLM or any kind of a API here. So it is zero API cost model. This is what? This is a rule-based decision engine. I have just built it. So into this, I have to extract the data from the PDF. So I just need to read the invoices, and from there I need to extract the certain fields. Example, I want to go with the invoice number, I want to go with a vendor name, I want to go with the amount, I need to go with the due date. Once all these four fields are extracted, then these fields I need to pass through these rules. Which are the rules? These decision rules. If any amount is less than 25,000, less or equals to 25,000, and due date not passed, then it will auto approve. If any amount is greater than 25,000 or due date already passed, then it will be the part of the need review. So agent will take the decision that it is a need review. Agent will take the manager review as a decision if the amount is more than the 1 lakh. And decision will be taken by the agent as a reject if any of the required field is missing. If invoice number is missing, vendor is missing, amount is missing, or the due date is missing, any of the single field is missing, it will be the part of the reject. So how I have just built this model, let me show this to you. So I have built this model into this Python applications where I have just given the regex function. In the regex, I have just given all kind of invoice format related things, because you can have the different format of the invoices. Example, if I show you this sample invoice, so I have this invoice format where you can see the invoice number is here, date is here, and so on and so forth. If I open the any other invoice, example, if I'm just opening the any other invoice, so you can see it has this some different model, right? And if you see in the sum amount, it is showing as a dollar sign. It might be in the sum, you can see without dollar sign will also can come. In this here, you can see the dollar sign, right? So all these things I have passed through this regex function. And I have just built this model where I have created this function decision making. And here you can see all the things I have just given so far. And how my application will look like as an interface, you can see for this interface, I have used the Streamlit. So here I have just given the choice to the user. User can go for the single invoice validation and multiple invoice validations also. If I click on this upload, it will ask me to select the invoice. If I'm selecting this invoice one, I have selected one single invoice. So you can see as an output, what you will be able to see. into this grid, you can see which file you have selected, which invoice you have selected. And from this invoice number, vendor name, amount, and due date, these four fields are extracted. On these four fields, as per the rule, the decision has been taken by the agent as a review. Why the review? Because if you see the region, invoice due date has already passed. And here you can see the due date is belongs from the 2017 and current year is at 2026. So from the today's date. So date is already passed. So invoice due date has already passed. So it needs to review. Okay. Now, if you see that, if you want to see this information here, you can see invoice details breakdown here. And if you want to extract this grid information into the Excel or into the CSV, then I have given this button. You can just go for download as an Excel file or download as a CSV file. Here, if you see that, I can upload the multiple invoice. If example, I'm just receiving the 100 of the files or 200 files for which I need to perform these rules validation, I can select all the invoices and click on open. Once all these invoices is loaded successfully, then here you can see the agent has taken the decision on each and every invoices as per the rule. So the first is basically you can see this is a auto approve, all the checked are passed. Invoice number is also available, vendor name is also available, due date is basically the future due date. So it is valid and amount is less than 25,000. So all checks are passed. For the review, you can see for the second line item, it is a review because invoice due date has already passed. And you can see for this manager review because amount is more than the 1 lakh. This validation we have put into this manager's review bucket. So amount 2,50,000, which exceeds the manager limit. So this is something needs to be reviewed by the management. So for all these invoices, you can see the agent decision has been taken into this agent decision column. Now, if I ask you to give this information into the Excel format or in CSV format, then you can select this one. And if you want to see the breakdown of all these invoices, then here if you expand this, you can see all these invoices breakdown. You can see the one by one. Now I need the output into the Excel file. So what I can do here, if you see the button, which is basically download as a Excel, simply click on that. It will download this Excel file. If you click on this open, in this grid data will convert into your Excel output. So if you see that it is showing you this information, what is a file name, what is the invoice number, and so on, and these last two fields as per the agent decision. So agent has taken what kind of a decision against which invoice you can see, and region is also mentioned over here. So this is basically the one of the agent which is related to invoice processing model. So I hope you understood this concept, and this rule-based model or rule-based agent you can build without any LLM or without any using any kind of a model or any API. Thank you so much, everyone.